Today, we're going to talk about a true cultural phenomenon. This is the story of a man who started out collecting tickets on a city bus and somehow became, well, a living god to millions of people. This is the story of the one, the only, superstar Rajinikanth.
Okay, let's just jump right into the wildest part, because you have to hear this. When a new Rajinikanth movie comes out, his fans don't just, buy a ticket. No. They build these massive 100-foot-tall posters of him, and then they perform a ritual, bathing his image in gallons and gallons of milk. This isn't just being a fan. This is devotion on a whole other level.
So that's the real question here, isn't it? How does a regular guy, a bus conductor from Bangalore named Shivaji Rao Gaekwad, become Thalaivar, which means the leader, an icon so beloved that people literally worship his poster? Well, let's unpack that incredible journey together.
To really get the legend of Rajinikanth, you have to go right back to the beginning. This is a classic underdog story. We're not talking about a guy born with a silver spoon. This is a story about pure grit, a ton of charisma, and a dream that got its start on the public buses of Bangalore.
It really all kicked off with a huge leap of faith. He was born into a pretty modest family, worked all kinds of odd jobs, even as a porter, before landing that steady job as a bus conductor. But even then, he was a performer. He was famous on his route for his unique style of handing out tickets. Then, in 1973, a friend saw that spark and convinced him to quit his job and go to film school. Just 2 years later, he was on the big screen. And this, right here, this moment, tells you everything you need to know about the guy. Decades later, he's accepting India's highest film owner. And who does he thank? His old friend, the bus driver who first believed in him. He never forgot where he came from. That humility is the cornerstone of his entire story, and it's a huge reason why people connect with him so deeply.
So that humility, that's the real man, Shivaji Rao Gaekwad. But the person you see on screen, that's superstar Rajini, and he's a whole other beast. This persona was built piece by piece on pure swagger, unforgettable style, and some of the most iconic one-liners in movie history.
This is what they call a punch dialogue, a short, powerful line that's designed to make the audience go absolutely wild. And Rajinikanth, he is the undisputed king. This line from the movie Basha isn't just a character talking, it's a total declaration of power. These phrases literally became part of the culture. You'd see them on t-shirts, hear people quoting them on the street for years.
And here's another classic. He's surrounded by bad guys, and his character just calmly says that pigs come in herds, but a lion always comes alone. It perfectly sums up his on-screen heroes, powerful, defiant, and totally capable of handling anything and everything by himself. You can just imagine the eruption in the theater when he delivers a line like that. But it wasn't just what he said. It was all about how he moved. He could turn the simplest little thing into an event. The way he'd flip a cigarette into his mouth without even looking, the slick twirl of his sunglasses before putting them on, that one-of-a-kind, confident walk. These weren't just quirks. They became his signature moves. They were trademarks that fans would literally go home and practice in the mirror. But look, all that on-screen bravado, that's only half the story. If you really want to understand why he's so beloved, you have to look at the man behind the myth. Because the real secret to his godlike status is the incredible, stark contrast between who he is on screen and who he is in real life. And this right here is the absolute heart of it all. On screen, he is this unstoppable force of nature. But when the cameras are off, he's a deeply spiritual man who goes to the Himalayas to meditate. He lives a simple life and is known for just being profoundly humble. It's this duality, this combination of God on screen and grounded man in reality, that makes people feel such a powerful, authentic connection to him.
Hey, remember that whole milk bathing thing we talked about at the start? It has a name, Pahal Abhishekam. And once you understand that this is a sacred ritual, something people usually do for the statues of gods in a temple, well, that's when it really hits you. That's the level of reverence his fans have for him. They see him as something more than just a movie star.
Think about this for a second. We're talking about an industry that is obsessed with youth and image. And here's Rajinikanth, often showing up in public without his movie wig, just his natural gray hair, wearing a simple white tunic. He's not trying to be that larger-than-life hero 24/7, and people absolutely love him for that raw authenticity. And his heroism isn't just an act. It shows up in his real-life actions, too. He's known for being a quiet philanthropist, doing things you almost never hear about in the film industry.
Like, he's actually refunded distributors out of his own pocket if one of his movies didn't do well. He donates to disaster relief, and he'll even cancel his own birthday parties if there's a crisis, telling his fans to help other people instead.
So let's bring it all up to today, because even now, in his 70s, after 5 decades in the business, his star power hasn't faded one bit. In fact, you could make a pretty strong argument that the legend is bigger and stronger than ever before. Just look at this number. His 2023 film, Jailer, pulled in over 625 crore rupees. That's about 75 million US dollars around the world. This wasn't just a hit movie. It was a global phenomenon that shattered box office records. It just proves that his power to pull audiences of all generations into a movie theater is still completely unmatched. And it's not just the fans. The official recognition has been huge, too. He was awarded the Padma Vibhushan, that's the second highest civilian honor in the entire country. And he's also received the Dadasaheb Phalke Award, which is basically the Lifetime Achievement Oscar of Indian cinema. These aren't just trophies on a shelf. They solidify his status as a true national treasure. When you boil it all down, this is really his legacy. His own life story, from bus conductor to global superstar, is the same underdog story we see in so many of his movies. He became more than just an actor. He became this living symbol of hope, a walking reminder that anyone, from anywhere, can achieve incredible things without losing who they are. It really makes you think, doesn't it? In our world of viral trends and 15 minutes of fame, maybe the story of Rajinikanth shows us the real secret to becoming a legend that lasts. Maybe it's not just about the larger-than-life hero you play on screen, but about the authentic, humble human being you are when all the cameras are turned off.